So today, because of quarantine limitations and travel restrictions, I thought I would do a little bit of a baking show. I have to confess amateur mistake, so I actually started filming this about 30 minutes ago and forgot to turn on my camera. So what happened during the time that I was not filming was that I've mixed up my batter. I'm making banana bread today, and I actually put a little bit of a twist into this today. Last weekend I had the brilliant idea of adding some special ingredient, so let's go find out what that was. Alright, so special ingredient, what could it be? I need to go visit our little globe over here. Let's see, what do we find? Aha! Some Jack Daniels, that's the thing. So the other weekend, as I was enjoying a glass of Jack Daniels, I was smelling it and just somehow connected my craving for banana bread to Jack Daniels, and I thought maybe, just maybe, adding some Jack Daniels to the banana bread might be a good little kick. So let's see, I think I'll just try adding maybe 2 tablespoons to the batter, and let's see what happens. Alright, so we've now added the Jack Daniels into the dough. I added just 2 tablespoons because I think that should be able to give us the flavor without being overpowering. I don't want it to feel like shots of Jack Daniels as you eat the banana bread. For me, a really good banana bread is nice and moist, but it can't be too soggy. So adding 2 tablespoons shouldn't make it to go too far on the soggy side. My dough or my batter looks really great. Take a look. I've got my flour, my bananas, walnuts in here. And the reason I think that the Jack Daniels will be a really good combination into the banana bread is the rum cakes that we get when we cruise. So we buy these Tortuga rum cakes, and on the bottom the rum settles, so it gives a nice moist layer at the very bottom when you cut it, and I'm hoping that the Jack Daniels will do the same for the banana bread. So when I cut the little pieces, I'm expecting that maybe the flavor of the Jack Daniels will settle down on the bottom, giving it a nice little kick. So let's see, I've now made the batter, it's finished. I can hear the oven going, which means the oven is ready. So let me just finish greasing these pans and then we're ready to go. Okay, so I've now greased a muffin tin because I think I will have plenty of batter left over to make some muffins. This is my banana bread tin. I wish I had 2 of these because I think this batter size would make 2 nice little loaves, but we'll make 1 loaf and then the rest will be the muffins. Now, as I said before I was just talking to shut off camera, was that I mean, I don't pretend this channel to be a cooking channel. I'm not a great cook. I love baking. I'm not great at it, so stuff like this can always be either a great success or a huge failure. You'll see the end result in either case. So now I have my batter ready. I'll put it into the tins and then we'll pop it into the oven and let's see. In case you do want to try this recipe, in case it turns out okay, then I'll post the recipe on the comments below so you can check it out there. It's coming out of my Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. I got it from the States back when I was living there, and whenever I get a little bit of homesick for something from the US, this is a great choice. And I actually even noticed that next to the banana bread recipe, there's a cornbread recipe which I really want to try. So let's see, I just need to find some corn flour first from the store. We don't have any in our cabinets at the moment. So let's fill these trays and let's see what happens. Fill this about halfway so it doesn't overflow. I think our bread pan is ready. And let me just fill the rest of the muffins then. put it in the oven. Okay, so now we have our batter in the oven. It'll cook for 55 to 60 minutes, it says. I think it'll be a little less because my pans are a bit small, and for sure the muffins I think will come out a little sooner, probably closer to 40 minutes, let's see. So we'll check back once it comes out. Alright, so the muffins and the bread is in the oven. They're baking, they're looking really great. They've been in there now about 10 minutes, so I would give it another maybe 15 minutes or so before I try the muffins to see how they're doing. Maybe they'll be already ready. They're quite tiny, so they'll be a lot faster than the actual banana bread. In the meantime, I've poured myself a glass of Jack just to enjoy while I wait for the bread to bake. And it also gave me an idea, because I've poured it into my Jack Daniel's honey glass. So I think if this is a success with the Jack Daniel's and the banana bread, I think the Jack Daniel's honey would be even better. It has that slight little honey flavor, so I think it might be really great. But let's check back once I know how the muffins are doing. Alright, so while I was doing the dishes, my muffins have baked and they look like they're almost ready to come out, so let's check on them. Yep, muffins are definitely ready. I just need to leave the banana bread in there for a little while longer. The muffins look absolutely delicious. I'm just gonna let them cool here for, I would say, 10 or 15 minutes before I try to pop them out of the tin. Okay, so looks like I didn't need the 15 minutes. The muffin tin was greased so nicely that they'd pop right out. I'm just gonna let them cool off before I take a bite. Alright, so I just put some tinfoil on top of the banana nut bread because it seems like it's still ooey gooey in the middle, but it's getting a bit too brown for my liking on top, and I don't want it to dry out. So I've put some tinfoil on there. I think it'll still take a good 10 minutes before it's done, and let's see what happens. Okay, so my muffins seem to be nice and cooled down now. Let me take a first bite and see the first impressions. Smells like banana bread. Smells nice. I think they might do well with a little bit sitting out. I think banana bread gets better when it's sitting out for a while because the moisture gets sucked into the core and it gets nice and soggy on the bottom. But this is nice. It's still warm. Definitely not too dry. The taste is good. I can't say that I taste the Jack Daniel's very much, which I guess was the point. I don't want it to taste like shots of Jack Daniel's, but and it could be that I just took a sip out of my Jack Daniel's cup, so therefore this doesn't taste like Jack Daniel's. But let me rinse out my mouth and give another taste, and let's see. The taste is really nice. Maybe next time when I do it, I might add a third tablespoon of Jack Daniel's just to see if maybe the taste could be a little bit stronger. I definitely taste the sweetness in here, so I'm sure that the flavor is coming through. It's really great. Alright, so I just popped the rest of the muffins into a plastic container so that they don't dry out. And let's go give TT a sample. So the banana bread is now out of the oven. It looks absolutely delicious. And let's see, I need to let it fully cool down before I try to take it out of the tin. And then a little while later we can have our first sample. The banana bread has cooled. I've cut a little sample off for me to taste. I just want to quickly show you what it looks like. It looks nice and moist.
Also from the inside, it's still a bit warm, so it can do with a little bit more cooling down. Finally, I'm going to wrap it in some plastic wrap because I think putting it in plastic wrap really lets all of the juices and all of the moisture stay in the banana bread, and then you get that nice moist bottom layer, which I absolutely love. But before that, before I finish off with you guys, let me give this banana bread a taste. It's really good. You can see that there's some nice pieces of banana in there. You can see some of the nuts in there. Very delicious, very good. The only thing that I'm a little bit disappointed in is that I can't really taste the Jack Daniels as much as I was hoping to. I'm sure it's given this a nice flavor and it's given it some moisture, and it would definitely taste different if it didn't have the 2 tablespoons in the batter, but somehow I just feel that I would have wanted a little bit more of that flavor that I was looking for. So maybe next time when I try it, I might add just a little bit more to see if it makes a difference. But overall, I can't complain. This is some very delicious banana bread. See you guys later. Bye.